Hey, you're back.
First time this session.
Members of the Senate, please be seated. This morning, we are honored to have Mr. Jacob Aki from Senator English's office offer a moment of contemplation.
Aloha, Senate President, members of the Senate. Thank you for the opportunity to give today's moment of contemplation. Given the current situation that we have around COVID-19 and the concern and panic that it's caused worldwide, I wanted to share a quote about being calm in the face of these tough times. And in looking for a quote, I found one that was fitting given our position in the middle of the Blue Ocean. And the quote is this: He po'i na kai uli kai ko'o a ohe hina puko'a. Though the sea be deep and rough, the coral reef remains standing, said of one who remains calm in the face of tough times. So as we move forward with the rest of this session, and as we continue to work to ensure the health and well-being of our state, let us be like the coral. Despite the rough seas and the tough times, that we remain strong and firm. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aki. Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Baker, Senator Chang,
Excused.
Senator Dela Cruz, Senator English, Senator Favela, Senator Gabbard, Senator Harimoto,
Excused.
Senator Ihara,
Excused.
Senator Inoue, Senator Kahele,
Excused.
Senator Kanuha, Senator Keith Agaran, Senator Keoho Kalole,
Excused.
Senator Kidani, Senator Kim, Senator Moriwaki, Senator Nishihara, Senator Rhodes, Senator Riviere, Senator Ruderman, Senator Shimabukuro, Senator Taniguchi, Senator Thielen, Senator Wakai. Mr. President.
Present.
20 present, 5 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Rhodes.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's my privilege to introduce several members of Planned Parenthood's Teen Council. The Teen Council is made up of a diverse body of students from local schools. Teen Council members meet weekly in groups of about a dozen teens with a Planned Parenthood educator to discuss various sexual health and relationship issues. Members take what they learn during meetings and create classroom presentations to share with their peers at various schools and community groups. During Teen Council, members are tasked with providing classroom education across the state, but they are also frequently involved in advocacy, social justice, and public policy. This approach fosters an environment where teens feel empowered to find their own voice and to advocate for greater change for future generations. Today, Teen Council members are holding a lobby day at the Capitol in honor of the 50th anniversary of Hawaii's legalizing abortion. Please stop by my office today to view a painting of them by local artist Lauren Hana Chai, demonstrating their advocacy and action at last year's rally to stop anti-abortion laws. The Teen Council members who are in the gallery today, there are 6 of them. Jensen Dunn, if you could all stand when I call your name and remain standing. Chrislyn Gonzalez, Jane Paia Sobrado, Ellie Sampson, Serena Spurrier, and Mahina Mahina Makamaya Wallace. And they have friends and supporters with them as well. If we could give them a round of applause and welcome to the Senate. Thank you very much. I also, just coincidentally, would like to introduce an old friend of mine, Fetu Kolio, who's been lived in my district since I was first elected back in '06. Fetu, good to see you.
Thank you. Further introductions? If not, Senator De La Cruz.
I just wanted to welcome Randy Ching, who's been a big supporter of Hawaii's environment and making sure that government can be supportive. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. Further introductions? Senator Kim.
Thank you, Mr. President, colleagues. Today, we are honored to recognize an individual on his standing as one of Hawaii's foremost storytellers and for his dedication and passion for perpetuating Hawaii's rich history through the treasured art of storytelling. For over 20 years, Robert Lopaka Kapanui has been sharing more than Hawaiian ghost stories. He perpetuates and celebrates local culture, history, language, and folklore through his storytelling and knowledge of the island's history and legends. Lopaka is a native Hawaiian storyteller, writer, actor, kumuhula, and cultural practitioner, as well as a husband, father, and grandfather, and even a former professional wrestler. Sometimes known as the Ghost Guy, he says his expertise has come through research, personal experience, and others who share their stories with him. Born and raised on Oahu, he grew up hearing legends and ghost stories from his kupuna, which were passed on to Lopaka through mo'olelo, mouth to ear, sitting at the feet of his mother and aunt. He listened and learned that this legacy would be passed down to his family one day. In 1994, Lopaka took a ghost tour with Glenn Grant, tour creator and renowned author of Obake Files and Chicken Skin Story series. At the time, he had no idea that he was about to meet his future mentor, the man who would change the course of his life. Lopaka quickly realized that the stories Grant told were the same that his kupuna had shared with him, but bolstered by documentation and history. Through his company, Mysteries of Hawaii, Lopaka followed in the footsteps of his friend and mentor to honor the legacy of the man who meant so much to him. Carrying on Hawaii's rich history of Ha'i Mo'olelo, Lopaka today shares tales with those who respect and admire him as a teacher, guide, and repository of our culture and history. In keeping with Grant's encouragement to do more, Mysteries of Hawaii also gives back to the community by supporting the Special Olympics and Project Graduation, storytelling at public schools and libraries, to support literacy and sharing at Camp Anui Nui, a children cancer program. I'd like Lopaka to please stand to be recognized, and along with his wife, Tanya Ululani Kapanui, please stand. It is because of Tanya's love and support and encouragement that he is able to do what he does to there and share the stories of our island home. Now, I'm not going to let him tell you any ghost stories about this capital, because I know many of you work late at night and you might not want to know what is lurking in our hallways. But once again, thank you very much for being here. We can have another round of applause for our guests. Mr. President, at the appropriate time, may we take a recess to honor our honorees. Thank you.
So ordered. Do we have any other introductions? If there are no objections from the members, we will take a short recess for the purpose of greeting our honored guests. Recess. Madam Clerk.
Members of the Senate, please be seated.
Will the Senate please come back into order, Madam Clerk?
On pages 2 and 3, Governor's Message numbers 625 to 635 transmit nominations to various boards and commissions for referral to committee.
Referrals for Governor's Message numbers 625 to 635 are made in accordance with the referrals listed on the order of the day.
On pages 3 and 4, Departmental Communication numbers 425 to 431 transmit various reports.
File.
On page 4, Standing Committee Report number 3402 for adoption.
Senator English.
I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports number 3402.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with the supplemental order of the day, which may be distributed to your offices later today.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? If not, the chair has one. Immediately after adjournment, we will meet in the Majority Caucus Room, all members of the Senate. Senator English.
I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Senator Favela.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.